We're going to take a step back several decades to 1973. Richard Nixon was still president, and an expedition to the Arctic, the very first time the bowhead was actually documented. The first man to document this, Scott McVay. Scott? How are you? Come on in.
You're seeing this smiling face.
Welcome. Sit right here.
We have only 3 hours of fuel in our helicopter, and it takes 1 hour to get in position. And we had 2 divers that are in the water with 40 sleek belugas, and the belugas were very shy, very reticent, very skittish. And when the men went to one end of the crack, the belugas would come to the other end. And then, all of a sudden, with literally only minutes left in terms of our fuel supply, a great bowhead whale surfaces right there. And it blows 9 times. And the incomparable Bill Mason is the cameraman. And he captures the last 3 blows, and we got the diver in the water coming nose to nose with the whale. And it's a breathtaking moment, and it's what we'd worked for the whole expedition for that moment to happen in the water.
Yeah.
And then after the bowhead leaves, and the Inuits had told us before that when a bowhead whale surfaces, there's a symbiotic relationship with the beluga. And after the bowhead had left, the beluga then became quite obstreperous. One guy slaps down his flukes. 2 others go like this. The big guy in the group went all the way up. You could see his navel, and like that. And then, so the relationship with the human participants changed dramatically.
Yeah, so what did that tell you? What were they doing? What did you think it was happening?
Well, it's like they somehow felt very confirmed by their big brother. But I have to tell you that whenever I began to think about or look at that bowhead whale, the head is 1/3 of the body. I thought it's got to be a great music maker. It's got to be a great music maker. And actually, in 1985, Chris Clark at the Cornell Lab of Ornithology, who's done a lot of work on bowhead whale phonations, he recorded 35,000 individual sounds with a big hydrophone array off Point Barrow. And of those 35,000 sounds, like you'd have A, B, and C, I mean, and then...
You have another talent.
No. But he had 35,000 vocalizations over that 7-week migration at that time between mid-April and the first week in May. All we do is interrupt one another. These whales are so polite, they're so courteous, they're so intuitive, there turned out to be only 19 overlaps in these phonations, so that whale A would make a sound, whale B would make a sound, whale C would make a sound. Say 11 to 13 minutes would pass, and then it'd be C, B, A, making different sounds, but never overlapping, and different ones seem to initiate it. So it seems like there's a courtesy there that we might also learn from.
Ladies and gentlemen, a true legend and a guy who really gave us some insight and started a great movement, Scott McVay. Scott?